Yeah.
Yeah, then that should be good for us to start with. And may I know, like, you already set up your environment or just plain and clean?
I'm sorry, say that again. Can you repeat?
Like the working environment, I'm asking. Is it already
Oh,
set?
working environment.
Yeah,
Oh, on Eclipse.
yeah, Eclipse
Eclipse.
and yeah, basically in our training we'll be using Eclipse and first server we'll be using Tomcat,
Oh yeah,
Apache
yeah,
Tomcat.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I will give an idea on how to set up those things and also. So in this today, so
Yes.
that we will have a side-by-side practical session, so that you can just work on in front of me, so that it will
Okay.
be make you better.
Okay. Also, may I ask you? Should I call you Giri? Giri, is that
Yeah,
correct?
yeah, that should be fine. Yeah,
Okay. For this session, do we uh, record it somewhere? So just in case if I need to rewatch or something, can
yeah.
I watch
Currently,
them?
I'm recording it, so
Okay,
that
good,
I will be
perfect,
giving.
perfect. Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Thank you for that. I'm sorry. Thank you.
yeah,
Am I the only one in the classroom, or is there a few other
yeah.
people?
You are the only one.
Oh, you're the only one. Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, perfect, perfect. Okay,
yeah, sure.
so I can ask questions and you ask me.
Yeah, that's what. Like whenever you have any doubts, you can stop me there and there, so that we can have explain. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so we'll just start with what is web application first. Then we
Okay.
will come from there, like how it is Java is used and what is servlet and other things, so that we can just
Yes.
progress. I know it's like just theory in the beginning first step, so just bear with me. So it is like
Mm-hmm.
web application when they take, it's basically like we'll be using in, like we'll be accessing through the browser. So that is the only one thing.
Okay.
So the code will be
Okay.
in somewhere in the server we are telling. Then from there we'll
Yeah.
access it and we will use it. So the main things that is comes when you are using Java for building web application is they will always tell servlet. Then the next thing you will hear about is JSP. Only these two things are the main components when you are building web application using in a Java,
Mm-hmm.
and you will always hear these four things. So it is a better performance, portability, robust, and secure. So basically when we are calling this one as a better performance, that only thing is it uses a thread. So we will be seeing like how it is creating a thread and how it is making a request. Everything we will be seeing. It's just a high level why the Java is used mostly. So that is what this is. And the portability, so we'll just call, as it is only Java language, we are calling this portable. Then the robust is,
Yes.
you know, the logic of JVM, right? As you know the Java.
Yes.
So otherwise, I will
Yes.
just come from the that basic also. So the
Okay.
main thing we are calling Java as a like very popular language. That's mainly because of this JVM. Because of this JVM only, we are making, like we are like telling the Java program as platform independent. So if you take like before la Java, we know like C, C++ and all there. So the main difference between that one and Java is this is platform independent because it is using a JVM. So that we'll be having different JRE for different machine. That you know for sure, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So because we are having a different JRE for different machine, all the JRE has the same JVM, so that whatever the class file which is built on any machines can run on that same JVM. So by splitting
Yes.
the JREs, they made the JVM as a common platform so that you can run the compiled program in all the machines. That's what it makes the platform independent language Java is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that we already know. So that's why we are calling it a robust and it is secure as it is Java. So it's just like why we are going for Java. Okay. So after that, we'll just jump into one diagram. We'll just see what will happen in case of a web application. Okay, so that it will just give some enough idea on just what is going on. So basically, if we took, there will be one client like our users, what we are doing. So if we're just
Mm.
going for Google, so we'll be just going on some system and we'll be just typing google.com. So whenever you're typing that URL, it will send a request. So the request is nothing but we are calling something like suppose if you are searching for something like Gangboard itself, and the request will go to the server. So in the server, basically for the code will be pushed in here. So there is some logic like how the request is going to server and how it is processing, how it is giving the response. So that is still there, but this is high level how basically what it happens. So the request is going to the server and it will make the response based on what you want. then the response will be sent to the client again. So you can just remove this part also. Basically, it's like generating the response. So basically, it's user to server. The request will go to the server. Then from the server, response will come to the client. So this is just a high level how it goes and comes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And for that one, we'll be mainly using this HTTP request and HTTP response. So that URL we will be using is hypertext transfer protocol. So we'll be basically sending the request and response, and you can pass the values to the server, and you can also get the response. So these are like high level on what web application is all about.
Yes.
Yeah. One sec. So you got it right, or am I going a little bit fast for you, or?
No, no, no. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine. I mean,
Okay.
I know this high level.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
the detail. I don't know. I know the high level. Yes.
Yeah. So that's what basically is happening. So now we'll just first what I'm trying to say, we'll just quickly like I will explain you how to set up your environment, and I already
Mm-hmm.
set up in my machine. So that we'll just
Mm-hmm.
start with one example so that you will have some clear picture. Then we'll come to explaining again. So that
Okay.
will make, yeah. So if you see, basically you need three things: Java, Eclipse, and server as a Tomcat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I hope you already have Java, or you need to install Java also.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
okay.
do have Eclipse already, but I'm not sure it's the right version or not. So.
So if you can able to open your Eclipse, then that means Java is already there.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Yeah, I think I can.
okay.
But the server, I don't think I
Yeah.
have downloaded
Yeah, that should
Tomcat yet.
be, yeah, you can just go to the browser. Okay, you
Mm-hmm.
can just search like this. Download Tomcat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when you give this one, we'll get the first
Mm-hmm.
link. This is Apache Tomcat 7 downloads.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Mm-hmm.
just click on that link. The page will open like this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this one you can just come down, and you can directly download this zip file.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so once you download the zip file,
Under the core
yeah,
that one
yeah,
under
course should
core
be fine. Yeah,
the zip
yeah,
okay the zip file.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so once you download that, you just need to extract it. There is no process
Right.
of installing and all. So if you just extract and keep it in some folder, then that should be good.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Should I do it now or do
yeah.
it later?
Even you can do it now, because maybe in the end of
Oh,
session, if it completes the download, you can even set up in your machine also today.
okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And you have the Eclipse which you have is for the JEE, or it is for only
Yes.
for, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then
No, I download the J2 W yeah the zip for WE.
yeah, yeah, sure, sure. No problem.
Zip. Okay, it's downloaded now.
Yeah. Okay, then just keep it with you. First, I will explain here. Okay, so basically the things like when you're opening Eclipse, it will just ask for workspace, and once you give that workspace, it will open it. And then the main thing that you need to do is in JEE, first you need to set up your server to which you are
Mm-hmm.
going to access. So for that one, first open your server window. For that, you need to go to Window,
Mm-hmm.
then show View, then
Mm-hmm.
go to Other.
Mm-hmm.
You'll just type like server, so it will get it. Otherwise, you can just here go. If you go down, you will find a server tab. If you just expand it,
Mm-hmm.
there will be server view. Just click OK. You will get this view. Okay.
Okay.
Once you get it, you can just right click and give new server. So here, based on the what Tomcat that we are downloading, which we need to select here. Basically, I am in Tomcat 7, so I'm selecting this.
Yes.
Okay, and you should have to add this path here. So when you click it, it will ask for the installation directory. Basically, this you need to
Mm-hmm.
give the path where you extracted
Yeah.
the file,
Right.
and you just click OK. Then it will add it. Then once you click on the finish, it will create this one server here, and here one servers folder.
Okay.
So
Now does it matter? Does it matter which version of Eclipse I should use?
no,
Let me tell you.
yeah,
Let me tell you what version of Eclipse. Let me bring up Eclipse. Okay.
yeah, sure.
So many version that I'm looking at. Oh, okay. Eclipse EE Luna. That's the version.
Uh, okay, sure. If you want, you can download the latest version also, no problem. Basically, I'm having March.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know Luna. Is that the latest? I don't know. So, I mean, it doesn't matter, right? I mean,
Yeah,
that's
it doesn't
probably
matter
very new.
actually. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it's very new, so that's okay.
yeah.
Let me make it up. And the only thing is, if you download, finish download or the clip. I'm trying to extract. So,
Yeah,
okay, so I put in just put in the C my C drive Apache something rather than user. Instructs. It's extracting right now. Okay.
yeah, sure.
Yeah. Give me 10 seconds. I'll be right back.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, Gary. I'm back. I'm back.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Fine.
I already extracted. So
Yeah, I
let's see.
think what I will do, I will just make you an presenter so that we can directly do it things in your machine, and you will be do it. I will be explaining so that
Okay.
will be better understandable for you.
Okay. Okay. So let's see. Let's see. How can I bring up Eclipse already?
Yeah, you can directly open your Eclipse now.
Let me see. Eclipse Java. EE. What I bring it? Oh, I gotta bring it up already. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, are you gonna do it for me or? Yeah.
yeah, you can do it. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
just click on
Oh, it
OK.
looks like we have to. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Right. So it's unbelievable. We are uh, half of what do you call it? half of the Earth away from,
Yeah.
it's stars and a half hour difference. Can you see
Yeah.
what I'm doing?
Yeah, yeah,
Windows,
sure, I can.
and then
I can
Windows, and then you set
show view.
what
Show view.
a show view, a show view.
Fifth
Let
one
me see.
from
Oh
the
yeah,
top.
yeah, just show
Yeah.
view. Right, show view, and then you set server
Other.
or other,
Yeah.
and
Here
then you
you
set
can. Yeah. So
server, yeah, server. No server, right? And then
yeah.
it's a new server, right? And then it's
Uh, yeah. Just come down. Yeah. You can type.
come down. Oh, uh,
Okay.
what should I select? HTTP
Now,
server?
basically here, just give. Okay, you go to first
Apache.
Apache. Yeah,
Oh, Apache, right?
yeah.
Apache. Okay, and
Here,
then
which
oh,
version you downloaded? I think it is Tomcat 7 or it's 7.
7, yeah.
Yeah,
And then server host name, local host, same thing, right?
like
So
yeah. Next,
next,
here you
and
just
contact
select the
information, yeah,
directory.
I know.
Yeah,
So that's let's see, SPC, let's see, this one,
yeah.
the Workman before GRE.
That is. One second. Yeah, that should be fine. Workbench default GRE. But go to the browse again once.
I'm sorry.
Browse. Click on browse once again.
Oh, browse again.
Yeah. Come down.
Or maybe the
Yeah.
Apache, then maybe bin or something.
Yeah, after that, one more folder is. I need to select that folder.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe that's
Okay.
okay. Maybe I put that. So,
Now finished.
okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So,
Yeah.
so good. So now I
Uh,
can see that's underneath.
yeah. So after this,
Start with
basically, we will be doing two steps. That is to avoid some errors that may pop up. So just double click on the
okay.
Tomcat 7.0. Yeah.
Double click.
Double click. So if you see here in the second tab, server location under general view.
Server
Okay.
location.
Let
Yeah,
me
that's
share in my screen. Then you will do it in yours.
yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I have to bring up the web. Okay.
Okay. So basically, if I double click on this one, so this is
Yeah.
like this error may won't happen every time, but to make sure we'll just
Yeah.
do it. Okay. One second.
Server correct.
Yeah, I'll just come back. Basically, if you see here, there is instead of workspace, there is I
Mm-hmm.
selected on use Tomcat installation. So if in your
Mm-hmm.
case, if it is your workspace is selected, then you can just select use Tomcat and just save it.
Mm-hmm.
That one
Mm-hmm.
thing we need to do. Then in the servers, you need to right click and then you need to go to the properties and then 1 second, sorry. Yeah, here itself. Basically, instead of going here, you can just right click in this URL and go to properties, and here if you see it is using this Tomcat location. So if it is
Mm-hmm.
using like your workspace location, just need to click on switch location, then it will turn it to Tomcat and you can just apply and okay. So these two steps we need to do. Here we need to
Okay.
change
So
and that one. Yeah. uh,
okay. So that's it.
just make you
So let me
present.
yeah. Let me do. Let's see what's okay. Maybe you can switch to my screen. Yeah. Share
Yeah.
my screen. So okay, I'm doing this. So let's go down.
Yeah, select the second option,
So,
use Tomcat.
yeah, you do that right.
Yeah,
So that right.
then
And then
control.
is there a save button? No,
No, no,
no,
just
no.
control
Okay.
S.
Okay. And then do a right click on server.
No, not there. Here itself in the server's view, which we
Oh
open.
no, no, okay.
Yeah,
So property, right? And then you set
switch
something
location.
switch location.
Yeah, yeah, that's perfect.
The server content server as local has been deleted from the file system. Save, say
Yeah,
save.
yeah.
So what does it do? Switch location just so it's telling.
Basically, when we create a server, it will point to
Uh,
your workspace. That means your Eclipse location. So, but the server is
okay.
in Apache location. To avoid like browsing and IP problems, we are just switching the location of the server to Tomcat itself, so that every link and other properties will be managed by Tomcat itself, not by Eclipse. So we're basically
Oh, okay.
giving all the controls to server itself, so that there won't be
I
any
see.
issue.
I
Yeah,
see. I see. I see. I see. Okay. So say
yeah.
error while saving could not save because the file has been modified since the start.
Can I just give OK and give cancel here?
Cancel
Cancel it. Yeah. Just save
and
this
try it
one.
again.
Save no, save this one. Stop one. Press
Where's stop?
Control S.
Oh, Control S.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Uh, okay. One second.
Double click on that again. Yeah.
No, but
The
don't.
server has a file system. Do you want to load the
Yes,
change?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Now again, select the
Yeah.
second option and save it.
And then
Control S.
Control S again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's saved.
Okay.
Now go to
Okay.
properties.
Property. Switch location again.
Yeah, no, it's already
It's
there.
already there, right?
Yeah, you can just click on apply
Oh,
now.
see.
Apply. Yeah. Now okay.
Yeah. Okay. It's good.
Yeah, this should be good. So this is with now the service is perfectly set up. So we don't have to worry about the
Okay.
server now. Okay, now we'll be
Yes.
creating our project. So I'll just take the control back.
Okay. 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 I'll look at your screen.
So I'll just
Yes.
create one simple project. Just need to go to file,
Yeah.
new,
Mm-hmm.
then you need to go to other. Then
Yeah.
here we'll go to the option called web. So under the web, you will be having one option dynamic web project. So this one we'll be using
Mm-hmm.
for creating a web project. Just click next here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give sample web application. This name is already there. Okay. And other things you can note down here is that server name should appear here, and then it will have the version number here. So you don't have to change it. It will just automatically appear here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just note down like it is appearing. Then we need to click on next. Then you can see the folder src here. I will explain this folder structure.
Mm-hmm.
Click next, and here you see you need to select this checkbox. It will basically create web.xml file with your project itself when it is creating. So click on this checkbox and click finish. So basically it's asking for the perspective. Yeah, we can say yes because it is JWE perspective. Yeah. So now if you see this one, if you just extract, you can see the folder structure here. So in this folder structure, there are two things we need to make sure. So basically what we need is we'll be creating our Java file, and we'll be also creating our like JSP file, which is for UI design. So if we see in this, there is one folder called Java resources. Under this, you will have the folder called SRC. Under this only, we will be keeping our Java code. And there is a web content folder. So basically, when you notice, when I'm creating the project, we'll be giving this SRC and this web content also.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go again. Okay, new. Now it is appearing here itself. Maybe for the first time, you need to go into that other web, then you need to select the dynamic web project. Second time onwards, it will appear here itself. You can just click on dynamic web project. Okay, I'm just doing it to explain what we were seeing before. If I go next, it is creating this SRC. That's what it
I, 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 Are
Yeah.
you creating? Why are you creating a second project?
And just to let you know this folder structure from where
Oh,
it comes.
okay, 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 okay.
Okay. So when I'm creating itself, it is having this src folder. If I'm going next, and you can see the directory web content. So these
Okay,
folder names you are giving while you're creating a projects.
okay,
Okay. So I'm just give cancel. So src we are giving that is to give our Java code, and web content
mhm,
to keep our JSP files. So we'll be keep creating JSP file under web content and Java code under src. So that is a
mhm,
simple thing. Now there is one file which we created, which is web.xml. That's what we make clicked on checkbox in the end. That checkbox is responsible for creating this file.
mhm,
Okay, so this file looks like this. So just have some web app, just XML annotations. Then it has the display name of your project, and then it has the welcome file list. Okay, we'll come back to this again. So these are the things which is created automatically. So this is the project
right,
folder structure. In this one, we need to know only this src and web content and this web.xml file. Whenever
right,
we are running this web application, all the things will start from this web.xml only. The server will first look into this file, then it will start everything. So this is the main
mhm,
entry point for our web application.
mhm,
Okay. So other than that, it has some other libraries which came from our JRE system libraries,
mhm,
and there are some Apache libraries. It's like other inbuilt jar that is responsible for like predefined classes, everything for web application.
mhm,
So that we will come back later. So what it is needed and
mhm,
everything. Okay, now
mhm.
we'll just quickly create one new JSP file here, or we can just create one HTML also. I'll just create one HTML file. I will give index.html.
Now, is the name has to be
No,
index.eml,
anything,
dot
anything will do.
HTML,
Anything will do.
anything? Oh,
Yeah,
anything, anything.
I'll just give here welcome user. Okay, now after you create, there is one thing we need to make sure, as this is the starting page. Whenever the server
Mhm,
is running, first it will come to this file, then it will check for the this file, whether this file is existing or not,
mhm,
index.html. So for checking this, it will just go to the web content and it will see index.html is there or not. Suppose if we just take
mhm,
there is no, I'm just removing this entry from here.
mhm,
Okay, now the server will first check for index.htm. Is there any file? So
mhm,
now there is no file.
mhm.
Now it will go and check for index.jsp is there. We don't have
Okay,
index.jsp. Then it will check for default
okay,
HTML. Like that, it will check for all the files. Whenever, suppose if I'm keeping this entry here, then
right,
whenever the server reaches this point, it finds this file, index.html. Then it won't check further. It will just open this file. That is the
okay,
welcome page for our application. We can just see it
okay,
now. So what I'm doing, I'm going to start this server. We can just right click on this one and you can just click on start.
right,
This will start the server. So basically it will come always in red whenever you are creating starting a tomcat. Okay, so
mhm,
that's just its property, and you can see here, you will see this one server startup in some milliseconds. So it won't say that it is started, it will say like this server startup in this millisecond. That means the server is started. We can
mhm,
see the status here also, started.
mhm.
So by that we can
Okay,
confirm that
right,
it is started. Yeah.
right.
Now we can just go here and right click on our web application, give run as, run on server. Okay, so here we'll be selecting this server, then finish. So it is just asking to restart the server, then click OK.
Now, so basically, Tomcast is hosting our application.
Yeah, it's what we done is we give deployed our code into Tomcat, and Tomcat is
Right.
starting our web application, and it is taking that
Okay.
index.html file which we created.
Right. Yeah.
So you didn't see any URL which has that file name, but as it is in the web.xml, it picks the file and load it as the first page.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is simple web application. Okay, so just you also try to create it once, then we will further to what is servlet and what is servlet lifecycle, that will go.
Okay.
Yeah,
So what do you want me to do? Go ahead and create one.
yeah, same thing what I have done, so that
Okay.
you have, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Good. So let's close this. Do uh, new new project, right?
No, you need to go to other.
Oh, oh, sorry. So
Yeah, here also you
file,
can, this also will do
new.
it. Okay, you can just go to new project also, there we can select go to web. Yeah, go to project.
Okay. Okay, project,
Yeah,
and
now
then
come down to web.
um, web. Okay.
Yeah,
Web,
dynamic web.
dynamic web project.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. I'll just do the same. It's very simple. Application.
and you can
Use
note down,
default.
yeah, and you can note down the target runtime is set to the server which you created and version of the this one.
Sometimes default configuration.
Yeah,
So everything's good, right?
yeah, everything is good.
So,
You need to go to
and
next.
just
No, next.
next one. Yeah,
Yeah, because
next.
we need to make the checkbox.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
next again.
Add folder.
No, next here.
Oh, next. Okay. And then
Here you need to
single
select
project.
this checkbox,
Yeah. So
because
generate a
even if
web.
you didn't select here, we can even
Uh,
go into that folder and we can create web.xml. But the only thing is we
okay.
need to make that XML entry which it's create automatically. So to
Okay.
avoid we creating that file, we are just checking here so that the file will be created.
Yes.
We don't
And
have
then
to
click
do.
finish here.
Yeah,
Finish. The kind of project associated Java EE perspective you want to open this up. Okay. So I got this option. So resource, resource, and then I have the web contents. Should be oh, there's a web. Okay. So in the web info, web info, there's a web
yeah,
XML. Okay. All right. So that's oh oh it shows
yeah. You in the
the
down, you can click on source.
source
Yeah,
source. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know. Remember that. Yeah. Okay. Source. So here that's the index. So how do I create the index under this? I
yeah,
say new file.
yeah.
Oh,
HTML file.
HTML file, right? Right, and then just say so index.html also. Save next or finish.
Finish.
Finish. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So insert title. Omega title and body. Okay. So, okay. So I saved that file. Now I want to start this contact. Right?
Yeah.
Start the server.
Yeah.
So,
Allowed access.
okay. So it says start synchronize. Ready,
Yeah.
right?
Now
So
we
that
can.
means ready, right? That's
Yeah. Yeah.
right.
That's
Now I can do symbol something, and then do run. Let's see. Run as right. Run
yeah.
on server.
Yeah.
And then it's like say finish or next.
Yeah. Basically, if you
Next.
see, we have one more option. Yeah. Finish. Finish. It's fine.
Finish. Okay.
Yeah.
Restart the server. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Show up. Perfect. Yep.
Yeah. So now we'll just go ahead and start with what is servlet, because in
Yep.
web application using Java, servlet is everything.
Yeah.
So if you know what is servlet, then I would say, like, if you understand servlet perfectly, we can 100% tell that I'm very good in like creating web application using Java. It's entirely about what is servlet.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just go ahead and create on servlet. So before I'm going to create a servlet, so let me explain. The servlet is nothing
Okay.
but simple Java class file. That class, we are going to extend a predefined class, something called HTTP servlet, which makes that class as a servlet. So servlet is nothing special, it's just a normal Java class.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll just create it here. So before that, I may create one package. Just say com
Mhm.
dot servlets. And I'll just create one. Sorry, create a servlet. So you can see it here. Otherwise, if we didn't see the option here, we always go to other, and under the web, we will see the servlet under the web. You can just select the servlet. If you see here, it does nothing. It just takes that package name
Mhm.
and the source folder. Only thing it add extra
Mhm.
is this superclass, which is the HTTP servlet.
Yeah.
So we are going to give the
Yeah.
class name here. So I'm going to give a login servlet. That means this servlet will be used for login.
Okay.
So I'll just click on finish. Okay, I should have shown one more thing. Okay, so let me explain that flow again. Okay, there is one more thing I need to explain. So I'm just giving here one more thing like register servlet.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm giving the class name. When I go next, you can see something here. It is the URL mapping. Okay, so basically, just take you're accessing a web application. Whenever you see something
Mhm.
like whatever the application it is, it will have some URL slash something something. So that means whenever in
Yeah.
the URL you are giving slash register servlet, then this class will be executed. That is what this URL mappings is for. So even we can go
Mhm.
and change this URL. I'm just giving register servlets or a servlet
Mhm.
map. We can change this URL mappings,
Mhm.
and even we can have some descriptions like this is to handle new registration. Okay, so I'm just changed this one and added the description, and I'm going to next now. And you can see these are the things will be automatically created. That means it is creating constructor for superclass, that is HTTP servlet, and it is
Mhm.
creating abstract methods and do post and do get methods and all it is creating. So if you want, we can select other things to create, or we can just uncheck so it won't create. So for now, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to click finish. So now we created two servlets. So we'll see the
Mhm.
difference between those two. So whenever I'm double click on this one, it will just open this one. Like
Yeah.
so if you see now, so it has some import functionality. Even the login servlet has that. Okay, and then if you see here, there is one annotation is added, web servlet. So there are
Mhm.
two kind of things are there. So we can create a servlet using an annotation method, and there is one option of XML method also. But for starting, we are going to see on annotations. Then in the subsequent tutorials, we'll be seeing like how to do it in a XML. So the XML is the old version of doing creating a servlet, but now the annotation is used more. Okay, so for now, we don't. Yeah,
Gary, may I ask you, what's the difference between the first one and the second one? The first one, you did not select the URL mapping. Is that what happened?
yeah. So if we just only this line matters. So if we see in this one, it has the annotations and it has the login
Right.
servlet. So this comes by
Right.
default. That means whenever the
Right.
browser has the slash login servlet, this will be
Right.
executed. But in the register
Right.
servlet, we change this URL on what we want. So that whenever
Oh, okay.
this URL comes in, so this will be
Right.
executed. So that is the only difference. And we can have
Okay.
the
Okay.
description also
Okay.
to make the
Okay.
user
Okay.
readable more. Yeah. So that is the main
But
difference.
yeah, but they both still get the do get and do post
Yeah.
method inside. They both
Yes.
okay. Everything is the same. It's just
Yeah.
a different annotation. Annotation is same there, but just you add a description.
Yeah, that's all. Like this is I created just to make you inform
Right.
that we can change this URL patterns.
I see. Got it. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then of course from the local host you have to type in 8080/register servlet map in order to
Yeah,
get to this class.
yes, perfectly. But before that, the application name will come. So we'll be seeing that
Okay.
now. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
now,
Application name. That's true. The
yeah,
application name.
yeah. So to make these things simple, I'm going to just remove these comments and all for now. So we have
Mm-hmm.
a class, and I'm just going to remove this super constructor also, and I will remove this one. I will even remove this, and I will remove. Okay, for now we'll keep the do post. If you see here now, it very simple. So we have two methods. One is do get and do post. So whenever
Mm-hmm.
the okay, so there are different request types are there. Whenever we are sending a query to browser, so it will consider the request with some type, whether it's a get request or post request, and there are something like put, delete, many things are there. But majorly we will be using what is get and post. That is the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have to worry about
Mm-hmm.
that now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just run this login server.
Yeah. But can you explain to me when the do get will get called and when the do
Yeah,
post?
yeah, that we
What's
will
the
come back
difference?
now. We are just
Okay.
seeing what is servlet now, so we'll be
Okay.
coming back to that.
Okay.
What is do get and do post, when it will be called. So
Okay.
everything will be seen in this one.
Okay.
Yeah. So for now, I'm just running. For now, I will say that do get is the one which will be called because we are
Yeah.
running it this one. So don't have to worry about that.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So what we are doing in the do get. Okay. Maybe I'll just change that. Basically, I'll just explain what I'm doing here. So this
Yeah. Yeah.
code came by default. Basically, it is getting that
Right.
response, and in the response it
Mm-hmm.
is writing something started, and it's the context path it is writing. So I'll just remove this one, and I'll give servlet login servlet, just to make sure like this is what will be printed in the screen. So this is what we are
Right. Right.
writing in
Right.
the response.
Right.
Yeah. So I'll be right clicking on this login servlet, and I'm giving run on server. So to make this simple, like I can select this checkbox so that it won't
Mm-hmm.
ask every time. It will
Right.
directly run into it.
Yeah.
Just click finish. So if you see in this URL, it has this web application name, and after that it has the slash login servlet. So this is what which points to this servlet.
Right.
So that's what we are giving in the URL mapping. So if we run this register servlet, you can see here it has the register servlet
Yeah.
map which we modified URL, and
Yeah.
it goes to that particular Java file. Okay, this is simple servlet and how it is invoked, and what is that URL mapping it is for.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so you want to try this servlet once?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so I do from this, and I do from the source, right? New circuit, circuit, Java package. The Java package normally just calm dot something, right? So
Yeah, you can give
make up a name.
com dot
Um,
servlets.
oh, servlet. Okay, dot something. Is it? Well, that's enough.
Yeah, that should be enough. You can just give the
Okay, last name. I'll just use the same last name.
yeah.
One is log. Oh, for class name normally is login server servlet. Oh, it's that's servlet. And then Java server is yeah, super class is the existing server class. I don't check this box, right? Use
Yeah,
the
you don't.
existing stuff.
No.
Don't check, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then just say finish.
Yeah, if you want to edit it, you can just always go to next and you can edit the URL patterns,
Okay, no.
or we can yeah.
Okay, registration. Yeah, that's fine. Right? I think that's fine. So just
Yeah,
say
finish.
finish,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay, so that's that. Now I authenticate the one, the source. Does it matter when I click on source, do new, or on the this packet? Doesn't matter.
no, you need to click on that particular servlet name.
Oh no, I want to create another servlet.
Yeah, then you can
So
click on
so
package. Yeah,
for package, right? So
yeah,
new servlets. So then I might as well create another one. Then I call this one for the lock on. The other one is registered. Just follow. So so let's say I want to do description just so I want to this is register. So, this just want to do something so that I know something. So I'll just repeat what's up next. Reflectors, yeah, new post, new gets. So that's good enough. Okay, so now I have both of them, right?
yeah,
So let's register. Yeah, so I can do this one. Let's say this is do gets. Oh, the do gets. So how come I didn't get any codes in here? That you got it
yeah.
before.
Go to login servlet once.
Login session. Okay.
That is strange.
Oh, is that because of the different version of my Eclipse?
Yeah,
Uh,
maybe, but I never seen like
uh,
this. It always creates that code. Uh,
yeah. Let's see.
but that should be okay. Like,
I know. We can type it in, but I'm just curious. That's all. So,
yeah. Even this is the first time I'm seeing this behavior.
uh, yeah, I'm using Luna. What version did you use? I don't know.
I'm
Or maybe
using
some
Mars.
check.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
no,
Or
that
maybe
should be
some
made.
checkbox I did not check. Maybe some checkbox I did not check when I create this sublet. Maybe no.
No.
Let me see that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can type it in. That's
Yeah.
just use dot
Get
get
writer.
writer. Yeah, writer.
Dot append.
Dot option. Let's see. Dot. Oh, okay. This is, then you said
You need to close the double quotes.
oh, okay. Then lock and surface. This one. So you said when on server.
Yeah.
Use that. Yes, lock and server. Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay, good. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't put in that template
Yeah.
in my code. Okay, I'm good. Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
I know the response.
Yeah. Sure. Then okay. I'll just take the control now.
Okay. All right. Good. Yeah. That's good. That's unbelievable. I'm so happy that I was able to connect. I was afraid first day I won't be able to connect, and then I don't know who to call. Because I'm
Okay.
half of the world away, so I don't know who to call. Day and night. I mean, so I was so concerned. I was so nervous.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Even
today,
understood.
I keep email. Is that Marie? Her name?
Yeah.
Marie.
Mari.
Marie. Yeah. I
Yeah.
said, hey. how am I gonna know it's gonna be working? He said, oh, don't worry, you get an email 15 minutes before. And I said, oh, 15 minutes. So I clicked on it. I
Okay.
didn't see anything. I thought, oh, I need to log on to Gangboard, but somehow I forgot my password. And I thought, oh, if I don't log on, I won't see it. So I was so nervous. You know,
Mm.
and the instructor was, what happened to this guy? He signed up and then showed up. But I don't know who to call.
Yeah. So basically, like you can have my email ID also. Like if in case any problem, you can email me also. I'll just
Yeah,
ping the
yeah.
mail ID. Yeah.
Do me a favor, send me an email so I have your email. I don't have your
Yeah.
email.
Sure.
Marie is the only person that has a contact.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I'll.
Mine is rqhan at Yahoo.
Yeah. Yeah. I know that mail ID. I have it. Yeah. I'll send a mail to you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah. Now we'll just see there is one simple thing. If you see, like I told, there is a HTTP servlet. So
Yeah,
before that,
that's
we'll just go to servlet lifecycle now. Uh,
mm-hmm.
so now we are seeing like what is servlet, the main purpose, everything we know now. So now we're going to the life cycle. One sec. Yeah. So now if you see here, so there are something like okay. So whenever the servlet file comes up, right? So there are these things are happening. Okay. Before that, okay. I think we'll just go through code first. Okay. So if you see
Mm-hmm.
here, they are extending HTTP servlet. If you want to see the
Right.
HTTP servlet, you can just control and click on this. It will open this code.
Mm-hmm.
Basically it won't open for you because I downloaded the Tomcat source and attached to this one. So let us do that one first. Now for downloading it, you just basically go to the same Tomcat download URL, and here you can see source code distribution. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
there you can download this zip file. So this will give all the source code of the Tomcat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so once we attach to our project, yeah.
But Gary, may I ask you? I
Yeah.
thought servlet is part of the Java library. No, that's not part of the Java library.
No, so this is come from Tomcat.
Oh, Tomcat, huh?
Yeah,
Tomcat,
yeah,
HTTP servlet.
yeah,
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead and tell me
yeah,
how
sure.
to download. Okay.
Yeah, just you have this page, right?
Right. Right.
Yeah, just click on this zip file which has a source code distribution.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah,
Okay. And then download and then just unzip it somewhere
yeah,
and put
yeah,
it somewhere.
yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Yeah, download it right now. It's saying running security scan right now. So should be should be ready. Okay. So you open folder. So I'm trying to see where to put. Oh, okay, that's source. Okay.
Yeah,
So maybe the extract. Uh, I can put it in a separate folder, right? A
yeah,
different folder, right?
yeah. You can.
I normally put it under C something. So that's a different than the other one, the actual running. So I can do extract.
Okay, let it extract. Meanwhile, I'll just
Okay.
show you. Yeah.
Okay. 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 Let's go back to the lecture.
So, like once we done that one, whenever we just control click on this one, it will open this file.
So,
Okay.
hold on. How do you get there? You just hit control and then click on that. It will
Yeah,
go.
click on that HTTP
Oh,
servlet. It will just
oh,
open it. Yeah,
control, and then click on it. Okay.
yeah. And here, so the main purpose of these things, if you note down here, even this
Mm,
HTTP servlet is
mm,
extending this generic servlet.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Whenever click on this generic servlet, it has
Display
the implements of
this.
interface, but we don't have to worry about that. We can just stop with
Okay.
this generic servlet. So this
All right.
generic servlet, if you see, it has these many methods.
Okay.
So the methods which we will be concentrating is init. So there is a method
Mm-hmm.
called init and there is a method called
Mm-hmm.
service. So
Mm-hmm.
these are the two
Service.
methods are there. So before we are seeing in code why, okay, we'll just, okay. So there are two methods. So whenever the request comes to the server, like it, we were seeing here, so
Mm-hmm.
there is a request, there is a like user, whenever he gives some request, that means like, you can just take,
Something, right? I mean, it's
yeah, like
yeah,
whenever we are
yeah.
running it, yeah, that URL.
Right.
So whenever you are giving that URL, it will go to the server. Now the server
Right.
knows which servlet to pick from the URL.
Right.
So
Right.
now it will go to that particular servlet. So on that meantime, what are the things which is happening inside? That means first time the browser will see whether that particular servlet for the request came in, right? For that particular servlet, whether the object is created or not. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
First thing is it will check whether the object is created for that servlet. Then second thing, it will see for that object, it will create a new thread. So these are the two things that is happening whenever for each request. So for the servlet request object is created or not. If the object is created,
Mm-hmm.
then it will create a thread to process it.
Mm-hmm.
So for the second time, if the request goes to the same servlet, that means second time I'm calling the login servlet, then
Oh,
it will see that object is already created because for first
okay.
request itself, the object is created. Now for the second request, it won't create the object again. It will directly create a thread. So that is the operation. So to make
So,
things
so
like,
you
yeah,
said on the
yeah,
second time, since the object already there, right? So it
yeah,
won't create a
yeah,
clone,
object
won't
again.
create right, and then
Yeah.
it just run it.
Yeah, just create a separate thread. That thread will run based on that object, which is already
Okay.
created. So
Okay.
each for each request there will be separate thread. So that is what the connection between request and the thread. Object will be only one for the servlet. So it is,
Okay.
doesn't matter like if the request is going for registration servlet, then it will create the
Mm-hmm.
object for register servlet. So it is not like same object for all the servlets. So each
Yeah.
servlet has its own objects and many
Okay.
threads to run it.
You said many threads for the same
Yeah,
servlet.
no, for the same servlet, many thread, but for a particular request, only one thread.
Okay. How about this? Let's say okay. Let's say this is on a server, a remote server, right?
Yeah,
And I type in a symbol app and then register servlet, right?
yeah,
So at the same time, there's another person,
yeah,
doing the same thing at his computer.
yeah,
So what happened then? Now I have two requests coming in, right, to the
yeah.
same server,
So it will be
and
basically like
then
which request comes first. For that request, it will create an object. So once the request object is created, for that user, it will create one thread. For you, it will create one another thread. So both will act independently as it is a thread.
but do we have two different requests coming in to the same servlet? So that means they have two
No,
servlet object created or no? Or no?
only one object. That's what I'm saying. So for, yeah, how many requests may come? Only for the first request, the object will be created. For all others, threads will be created.
Oh, a different thread, but
Yeah,
it's the same object.
yeah, object. Basically,
Different
that
thread, but
object,
it's the same.
yeah, yeah. That object is nothing but just a object for this class. It won't
Right,
contain
I know.
any request values or something. It's just an object for this class.
I know, but that means we only have like one instant, right? One
Yeah,
instant. I mean, one
exactly.
instant of that object.
Yeah,
One instant that would serve two different requests.
yeah. That's what I wouldn't say like that because even though object is only one, we have
Mhm.
different threads. So that means
Oh,
it
okay,
is like different kind of operation which is going on, but the reference
okay,
is like the same object, but that object doesn't have any requested value from the person who requested it. It's basically
okay.
just a object for this class.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, Gary, may I ask you, because this come to mind,
yeah,
uh, the reason I asked that because let's say two different person,
yeah,
put in the same request, so that means is this servlet thread safe?
yeah.
It is thread safe?
Yeah, it is a thread safe. There won't be any communication between those two threads.
No, there won't be any
Any,
or there's a, let's say you go in and change something,
yeah,
then in the
it won't
sublet
affect
or
that
something
other.
like that.
Okay, just don't be confused that one. Okay, we'll come to that
Okay, I know,
one
I know, I know. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. It's,
later.
yeah, I'm just curious.
Yeah, 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 understood.
And
Basically, it is a thread safe. Okay,
uh,
and one thing you can tell, whatever the request that he gave won't affect yours as it is only an object. But suppose if
mm,
there is a database operation is involved, then
mm,
so it is like we need to handle in our business layer. So whenever he
mm,
is doing some form submission and you are also doing the form
mm,
submission, whichever the request comes first, and we'll be handling in the database that whichever comes
mm,
first that will execute. After that only the second request will come, so that there will be any
okay,
collapsion like that. But in the request wise, we don't have to worry about,
uh,
because that object is just to call this servlet, so there won't be any
okay,
information in that object.
okay, okay,
Okay, okay, okay. Now the same way we'll see in the code. So whenever the first request comes in, it will go to the init method.
okay,
So this is a method which will be called for the first time when the object is not created.
okay,
Okay, so it will come here, and there is something called servlet config, but we'll come back to that later. Okay, so
okay,
this is the method which will be called first. Then after this, if we see here, there is one more init method which it is calling by on its own. Okay, just remember this, we'll come back to this one also later. Okay, so the
mm,
first time it will come to the init. Then after the init, it will go to the service method.
mm,
Okay, that means for the first request init will be called. From the second request onwards, only the service will be called.
right. But
Okay,
may I ask you who called these two? The application server, the Tomcat,
yeah,
who
Tomcat does.
call
Tomcat does.
Tomcat will call, right?
Yeah. So whenever the
Okay,
request comes in, so the Tomcat automatically call this init method. So
right,
this
right.
init method doesn't know which servlet to call. It just comes here and they get the config and assign that config. Then it calls the service method.
Mm, okay,
With service method, now if you see there is no definition here. Basically the service method is defined in HTTP servlet, which extends this
mm,
generic servlet. So if we go to this service method, what this service method does is it will find the request whichever came in, whether it's a get, post, or what is a request. So based on the
okay,
request, it will call the method. Suppose if we see if it is a post, it call the do post. If it is a get, it calls the do get. So
mm,
that is the
okay,
use of service method.
okay,
Okay. Now if we go to this do get method, like do post maybe.
mm,
So if it doesn't have anything but it just print it's a bad request or method is not
mm,
allowed. Okay, this is
mm,
what this do get do post in the HTTP servlet has. But if
right.
you go to the login servlet, we have this do get here.
Okay,
That
so
means
we override
yeah,
it, right?
yeah, overrider.
Right.
So first it will check in this place whether this method is overridden in the
Mm,
servlet which we created. If it is overridden, this will be executing. If we don't have
mm,
anything, the responsibility of this HTTP servlet is to print that the method doesn't exist, post method, just to handle it.
mm,
Okay, so if we have our
right.
do get method in our servlet, that will be printed. Otherwise, we will get this
Mm,
404 error message that it doesn't exist.
right.
So this is the
Yes.
flow. So there is a init, then there is a service. Service will decide which method to go. Then that method will be called. So that is the flow.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Got it.
Now we will come back to this init again. Basically, like we told, this init method will be called only for the first time. Suppose just take like we need to set some database configuration or something you need to initialize. Then we can do it in this init method. There is an init method without any properties. So we can override this init method in our servlet. In here, we can override this init method. Then we can do whatever like initialization that we want, so that whenever the object is creating, this init method will be called. Inside this, whatever we are doing, that will be done. That
Mm,
purpose this init is used.
mm. But we're not gonna modify the generic servlet
Yeah,
class,
these
right?
two classes we won't modify. Basically, we are going to extend this method in our servlet. Then we'll be
Right,
doing
and then
whatever
put
we want.
init,
Yeah,
in here, right? Then
yeah,
we'll call this one instead of the other one, right? Okay,
yeah, exactly.
okay, okay.
Yeah, this is the code perspective of what we explained before. So basically, the request
Mm,
comes in, the object will be
mm,
created in the init step. So from the
mm,
second request onwards, the init won't be called. That means the object won't be created. From the
mm,
first request, second request, the thread will be created. That means it will be done in the service method. So every
mm,
time service method will be called, the use of the service method is do get or do post. It will decide what request it came in. It will call that
mm,
particular method.
mm.
So this is the life cycle that we saw here. We'll just go back to this one. So now it will just load the servlet class. Then it create the servlet instance that is an object. That means whenever it is creating a servlet instance, the init method will be called. So after this is the place where it creates a thread. That means the service decide which method to call. Then after that, the method will be called. So this is just a life cycle, how the servlet goes. Okay.
So after it called a service, the method, and then it called destroy the method, and then that's it. That then the servlet's life cycle is done.
Yeah. Basically, like when it goes to get or post method, suppose it comes to do get now. Then the
Right,
response is went to the do
right,
get. So the response is
right,
posted in the UI.
right.
Yeah.
So that's the end of the thread. Basically, it's send out the response, and that's it.
Yeah. The, basically, it is like very easy. A request comes in, response goes out.
Mm-hmm.
What happens internally? Internally, it creates an object and it creates a thread. It processes that thread execute that class.
Mm-hmm.
It's as simple as that. So what we'll be seeing after this is like how you can pass the data between like how we can pass the data to the server and how we can retrieve back. There are like many different kind of object like request object, response object, session,
Mm-hmm.
and then like those kind of object is the servlet config. So what is the purpose of those things? How we can utilize those objects that we'll be seeing after this.
Okay.
Okay, and this is about the servlet. Then like yeah, in the servlet we'll be also seeing like how to navigate from one page to another page and how we can redirect forward, those things we'll be seeing. And in the
Yeah.
same way in the JSP we'll be seeing like what is a JSP and how these object like request response object is used in that JSP and how the
Mm-hmm.
data is passed. So these are the main things. So once we know like how we can pass the data and store the data, that will like you can completely start and creating a new web application.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So for this class,
yeah,
because I didn't have the syllabus, So
yeah,
basically
yeah.
for this class, I will learn about writing the servlets,
Okay.
and then the JSP. Those are the two main thing for this class.
Okay. For this one, you can take like if you in the syllabus, if you want, we just covered like how to set up our environment and
Mm-hmm.
what is a servlet and that
Mm-hmm.
life cycle we saw,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, basically like how to create a projects and those things. So we just started with what is a servlet and what is its life
Right.
cycle. So in
Right.
the next step, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I'm
The next,
talking about the overall of the course. What am I going to be learning? I'm going to learn servlets, JSP, and then do I learn like EJB at all in this course?
no, we won't go into the TJB and all. So it will be mainly on what is servlet and JSPs and what
Okay.
is that request dispatcher and forwards. And like
Okay.
I told, in the servlet itself, we have a different concept like what are those objects and what is the filters. And we may be seeing like things like, so if we go into JSP, there we have
Okay.
many concepts like what is a JSP and how you can incorporate your Java code. And in that one,
Okay.
we have action beans,
Okay.
those things are basically like whenever we are going for JSP, we will be accessing whatever that we can inside this servlet. And there is a
Mhm.
life cycle for JSP, like how that file will be converted into your servlets. So there are
Mhm.
many things are there in the JSP also.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
But in the
Yeah.
high level,
I'm
if
just
we
I'm
yeah,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just jumping ahead, So I want to know. I'm
yeah,
hoping that
understood.
yeah,
Yeah,
because I'm very curious about this web stuff. Because I done my applications a lot, but I have a very little of experience with the web. That's why I
yeah,
want to learn. So
yeah.
I'm
But
hoping you can help me and lead me. I'm just looking ahead. Once I'm done with this, I want to learn like enterprise Java Bean and then some other stuff, so I can, you know,
Yeah, yeah,
get a
understood.
job. Yeah.
But as you are asking about enterprise Java Bean, I would suggest like EJB is not mostly used now. But if you want to learn after this advanced Java, you can
Mm-hmm.
like always try for like there is a framework called Spring that is mostly used.
Spring.
Yeah, Spring, and there is a
Oh,
framework
spring.
called Struts.
Just yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
that's the next one, huh?
yeah,
Well,
that
well.
these are the
Like I
next one.
said, I'm just
Yeah,
jumping ahead.
yeah, yeah,
I hope you help me once I finish. I mean, like I said, jump ahead.
yeah, yeah, sure.
Help me with tell me what I should take next, because this J2EE to me is like too broad, so I
Yeah,
don't know where to start. And I know Java. I think I'm very decent, so that's why
mm,
I select. I search on the web for
okay.
so long, and then I found this, and
Mm,
I'm not sure, but I said, okay, I'll just sign up and take a chance. Hopefully, this is something that I can learn. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah, got
but
it.
yeah, but yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I told, like this session is entirely about creating a web project. So we won't use any
Mhm,
framework and all. But we'll completely make sure that we can create a one perfect web application. It can be done with
mhm.
these sessions. But after
Okay.
this, we have different framework. Like you told, we have EJB, Spring, Struts, and after that, we have like for database, we have Hibernate. So those things are there.
Mhm,
So those are different frameworks. Then we need to choose. Basically, if you take me, I'm working on this advanced Java only, but I am
mhm,
using Struts and then
mhm,
Hibernate, and also I'm using
mhm,
Spring. So all the three
mhm.
I'm using in my project. So
Okay.
these are the
But
main.
but later on, yeah, when I finish this, you
Yeah,
lead me and you tell me which one I should take.
yeah, yeah,
Like
sure,
in
sure. Yeah,
which gangs war. I don't know. They do have those classes, right? They
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Do
We
they?
have. Yeah,
They
yeah.
do. Okay.
They have.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good.
Yeah. So we'll just close the this one by today. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
And the tomorrow class we'll just start with like I told, what are the different objects and what is the
Okay.
use
Yeah.
of them, and
Yeah.
we also
Yeah.
like touch upon what is JSP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gary, and then can you also show me like where you post the recording today, so I can, if I want to play back and listen, where can I listen? Like,
Today's recording. Let me check with the that
yeah.
guy Mari, because when I was talking to him, you told like in the end of the class he will giving the recording, but I will talk to
Yeah.
him. Where is there any way he can provide by today?
Yeah, or
I
something,
will send
I
a mail
can
on that. Yeah,
play
yeah,
back or
yeah,
something, so I can watch. And then also, I got a couple of questions. Now, maybe now's a good time. It's
yeah,
almost, I
yes,
know it's almost end time.
yeah, yeah.
Um, do I need to read any books or anything to prepare for this? That I'll go with this course. Anything? Would you recommend anything? Reading anything?
Uh, Basically, I would
Or just
recommend if you have time, we can always go through the books that will have
okay,
more theory and other concepts. As we are like basically, my class will be like mostly on practical, so you'll be doing on
okay,
your own, so that it will be in your mind. So it won't be
okay,
like something that you just keep reading and it will be. So our class is
okay,
mostly on practical. So if you want some theoretical knowledge, I will really suggest some books. Okay, so tomorrow I will
okay.
just get what are the books that you can refer or some online things so
Yeah,
that
yeah. Can
yeah,
you give me a reference of some book? Because
yeah, yeah,
yeah, so because I'm afraid of getting lost. Like
uh,
because I know Java. I know this stuff a little bit already. So
yeah,
that's why I should be no problem. But I'm afraid of something so new. I want to read up ahead. So I can catch up.
yeah, yeah, sure, sure,
That's
yeah, sure. For sure, I will give some reference to books tomorrow.
mm, okay. Good.
And other than that,
So
like, yeah, go on.
yeah, yeah, and then please send me an email so I have your contacts in case I have questions or something.
Yeah, yeah,
If
sure,
I
sure.
can.
I will send an email right away.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and
So
also
this
like,
class,
yeah,
yeah, this class will be like 4 weeks, right? Monday through Friday for 4 weeks.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, good, good.
And okay. Let me just 1 second.
Oh, and then control click on it, it will bring up the source code.
Yeah, yeah. I'll
So
just
let's
make
see.
the presenter now.
Yeah, I mean, what should I do to share? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I downloaded already. You know, I do download already, and then I also extracted
Okay.
in the I extracted in the Tomcat. Should be
Yeah. Now
let me
go to
see.
Eclipse now.
Okay, so go to Eclipse.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Now just
Mm,
control click on the HTTP servlet.
Control as well as let me see. Do that.
HTTP servlet extends HTTP servlet. You can see here, right? Register servlet,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Control. Yeah.
yeah,
Control.
exactly.
Okay. Control.
And here
Source
attach
code.
source,
Fast source. Okay. And then
browse.
browse. And then feed. And
You
then
cancel. 1 second. Sorry.
cancel.
Yeah. Here select external location.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's external
External
folder.
file.
Folder.
External. Okay. And
Select
put
that
it
Apache
in
folder. Source folder.
this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Or
Click
maybe
on OK.
one more level down.
Yeah.
Okay. And say okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Zen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That's perfect. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright. So let's see. So let's see. Extend. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So control. Okay. Yeah. Got it. Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, so maybe we have what 1 or 2 minutes left. Let me ask you something. Like I said, I want to um you know maybe give me a high level picture. If I want to do web development, what do I need to do? I need to know like of course servlets, JSP, right? And
Yeah.
then you said like struts,
Uh,
Spring,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. And then
And
Hibernate.
then
Hibernate.
Hibernate. Do
Yeah.
I need to know something like JT something, JTA or something like that? To,
No. Basically, it is like a different path which you are choosing. So if you are
oh,
choosing a Spring, then you can go with
uh,
the spreads and Hibernate. And the
okay.
same way
But
there are, yeah,
are they still the? I mean, Spring and because these things move so fast,
yeah,
so
yeah,
that sometimes they're obsolete. So Spring and Strut, are they still using it out there
yeah, yeah. They're
in the
still
market?
using it. Yeah,
Using it and
yeah.
stuff.
It's widely
Sometimes
used
like stuff
actually.
out there is
Yeah,
old, they don't use that anymore. Just
yeah,
like for instance, what do you call that? Object C.
yeah.
Now they go to Swift, right? That's something new for the mobile stuff. So it's like I don't want to learn something that's already obsolete and don't want to use it anymore.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Got it.
Spring Strut, and then do I need to know? So EJB, that's old,
Yeah,
no longer
that's all.
used. Or?
Yeah, EJB is no longer used. That's why I didn't suggest.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Oh, okay. So
there are
okay.
some drawbacks actually. So
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So
yeah,
yeah, I think
yeah. Maybe
it's good.
I'll
So
get some good picture on this one also tomorrow. Like I will just
yeah,
check like what are the
yeah,
different options are there.
yeah. And then because when I read the Oracle document, some part I didn't quite get it. It's like too much stuff. That's why I said
Okay, okay.
I start out fresh and doing something simple. Because Oracle, the J2EE, it has a tutorial,
Yeah.
but then it's too much for me so for right now. So
Yeah, yeah, sure. So tomorrow
yeah,
I will just get the reference for some books that you need, and for this one
yeah.
also I will get some clarification like what we can proceed further. So it will be good for
Okay,
you. So these two things will,
okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
Mm, thank you.
Thank you.